Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about how do you realize your dreams and aspiration, whatever you want in your business. If you are an entrepreneur, you want to have certain dreams to accomplish. So how do you do it? So let's go step by step. So we have 5 steps to get to your dreams. What are the 5 steps? So let's dive right into it and understand these 5 steps to get whatever you want to accomplish in your life. Okay, so as the picture depicts, okay, it's all starts with a dream. Okay, and then the dream has to be converted into goals, and then goal has to be broken down into an actionable plan. After you have a plan, then you take action, and after you take action, then it comes into reality. Your dreams comes into reality. Okay, so that is these simple 5 steps. Let's get a bit deep into it to understand the how do you accomplish those, what are the 5 steps in detail. Okay, first thing is dreams. Okay, dreams may be vague, and dreams without any kind of a plan is a fantasy. Okay, so that means dream first has to be crystallized. And how do you crystallize the dreams? There are 2 things you could do to crystallize your dreams: is to write it down. That's the power in the written down dreams. Okay, so whatever you want to accomplish, let's $1 million turnover, or you want to have a phenomenal lifestyle of your own, or you want to provide certain thing for your community, whatever that is, write it down. Second thing is a vision board. Okay, so that means your mind or your eye should be able to see, and that minds should start to see what you want to accomplish. Okay, and that is through vision board. Okay, have a board. Vision board is something very simple. You can put it all together. Have a board, a cork board, and just pin all your dreams. Just cut out your dreams, the pictures of your dreams, and just put it down. For example, you want to go on a holiday to somewhere in a exotic location. Just cut it out, and cut out from a magazine, or any sort of picture you have. Just put it down, pin it in that pin board. Okay, so that is a vision board. Crystallizing your dreams, so that means in vaguely whatever you have in your mind, so now you are able to see it and you are writing it down. That is the process of crystallization. The second thing is quantifying your dreams. So how do you quantify? What does it mean to be quantified? That means when your dream becomes a goal. Okay, what is quantification? That means when you put a date, when do you want to accomplish that dream, whatever you have. If you want to go somewhere, you want to have that turnover, specific turnover you want to accomplish. So whatever that is, if we put a date to it, by this time, on this year, this month, I want to accomplish that, so that becomes a goal. So that means the quantification. That's when, how much. Okay, if you want to get into an exotic location, that's your dream, or to have a house, humongous mansion, if that is what you want to accomplish, how much would it cost? Okay, so when you quantify that, that means, so the price tag you put in, so then your mind start to understand that, okay, now that was my dream, and this is what is the money what it would be needed to accomplish that, or to buy that, or this is when I want to realize my dream. So this is when and how much. And the third thing is planning. Again, as we discussed earlier, the dream or a goal without a date is just a fantasy. And that, the planning, is a process whereby, after we have a concrete date, then we just break it down, okay, to a yearly, monthly, and a daily activity. So that means what exactly is needed to get to that, to realize that dream, or to realize that goal now. Okay, so bringing it down, just breaking it down to a daily activity. It has to be brought down to a daily activity. I should be clearly, I should know what exactly I want to do today. So that is, so that I have a clear action plan. So that means the planning, hourly, sorry, daily planning, monthly planning, and yearly planning. And again, with a daily plan, if I could bring it down to an hourly, next hour, this is what I want to do. So that means the mind is clear, focused. It knows what exactly is needed. And the next thing is action. Okay, there is nothing ever happens without we taking action. Okay, a lot of time I've seen a few people, even myself as well, I would plan everything and I wouldn't take action. So the action is extremely needed. Okay, so the action, planning whatever you plan, until I or unless I don't unless I know what exactly I want to do, I will not do that. So first thing is the planning, next is the action. I need to take the action. So when you are taking the action, okay, for your dreams, towards your dreams, so very very important that you will be fighting against other priorities of yours. Okay, what does that mean? So that means, do I have to get the kids from school, or do I have to answer this call, or do I have to go and get this thing done? There will always be, other things. This business, simply because you are an entrepreneur doesn't mean that the life stops or nothing else happens around. Okay, so that is the time when we have to focus on what is urgent and what is important. Okay, what is urgent, it has to be done now. Okay, and what could wait, it is important but it can wait. And those things which are not important, that is never ever in my action plan. Okay, prioritization is very very important. Postponement, so what are the things I can push, okay, towards the later part of the day, or later part of the week, or later part of the year. Okay, so that is very important. Later part of the day, probably I want to go for shopping. Morning time is not for shopping, probably I could do that in the evening time. Later part of the year, okay, probably I was supposed to go on a holiday. Okay, so that could wait until the end of the year. Okay, so that's quite important. A postponement, what do I need to postpone for to realize my dreams? Okay, because the time is limited, 24 hours, that's what all of us has. And we have to make sure that the things are prioritized based on what is urgent and important. Next thing is accountable. Okay, I need to make myself accountable. Okay, it's very very important. If I have accountability partner, or a buddy of mine, or I have a mentor who can make myself accountable, that becomes very easy. Accomplishing my dreams, or getting into the action mode, become very very easy, because a lot of time we don't want to make ourselves accountable. Okay, and you just want to just slip off and you just do things in our own way, because even though we want to do we want to accomplish certain things in our life. So that's quite important, that I have to have inbuilt accountability mechanism in place, whereby I make myself accountable for the action what is needed to be done today. Okay, then the last but not the least is reviewing. Okay, what is reviewing? That means whatever the action plan I have, then I have to review, okay, on a daily basis. What is the review? That means what I planned and what I accomplished. Okay, and then I have to review it myself to see that why is that I hit the goal or I did not hit the goal, okay, of today. Okay, did I have because I disciplined myself I hit the goal, or I did not discipline myself, or there are certain things which came up and I could have postponed those things. So why is quite important, okay, in review. And then how do I make sure that I keep doing, if there's positive things I'm doing, keep doing what I'm doing, or I could stop whatever my learnings, why I did not accomplish my goal today, I could fix it for tomorrow. Okay, so that is when, after I review my action plan and my real result, then I know what is the corrective measures I need to take. And then I have to re-strategize. Okay, so that means I don't set a different goal, or my dreams do not change. The destination remains the same, but the course of action changes based on what I learned from today. Okay, I hope it made sense to you. And these are the 5 steps. If we implement it in our own life, we can definitely realize our dreams. Okay, with that, I am done. And this is Som Prakash. I'm a business and entrepreneurship coach. And if you need any help in any of your journey in the business, feel free to connect with me. I'm more than happy to help you guys out. With that, I'm done.